Here I'm going to show you how to change a power window motor, which is here on a Toyota Previa. First thing you have to do is bring this down to about here, and the best way I can think of doing that is you undo your window elevator, or the elevator or the regulator they call it, which is an elevator that moves the window up and down. You unscrew this one, 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 and it's gonna kind of push out. It's just gonna kind of fall out once you take out all the screws. Then from there, your window is going to be loose. This piece right here is going to be loose, this part. So you want to be able to catch it from under here, and then bring it down to about right here. From there, you want to take your other hand and tape your window in place so it doesn't fall. Once your window is about right here, you're going to unscrew the frame from these mounts. That's one mount. Here's the second mount. When you unscrew them, from those mount clips, it will come undone and it's gonna fold. You're gonna fold it yourself. It's gonna seem kind of chaotic, but it's not. You're gonna fold it, and it's gonna fold from being crazy like this. You're gonna fold it like that, the entire window elevator. And then you're gonna find a way to move it back and forth out of this little area that you have here in space. And you might have to lift this part up again, this part here. You might have to lift it up again, pull it out. Your window elevator, known as the regulator. And you're gonna take your motor that you have, and you're gonna unscrew it from the elevator or the regulator. When I had gotten mine, the piece to it, the replacement window motor that I got, it was the wrong piece to connect back to the actual connector, which is right here. This is the part that it connects to, these two pieces. This piece and this piece. So because of that, these two pieces. This is from the window motor. This is going towards the body of the car, the automobile, the van. So you gotta disconnect these two. But the connecting piece, because it was a different window motor, was different, so you just simply cut it with a pair of scissors, take it off, and you just got to put on the right connector from your old motor to the new motor. How you do that is you have to splice your wires using a splicer. One of these things. You put it inside one of these grooves, you clamp it, and then you hold the wire itself and you pull from the top piece of it. So like right here, you clamp it at the tip however much you want and pull, and then that happens right here. So you're going to have exposed wires so that you can connect your two wires together on your new motor. So you're going to do it for this, and this one, and this one, and this one. And you'll figure out how to put the right connector on the motor that you need. How else you do that is you buy like a little electrical kit. And you take these pieces right here, and you fit them onto the wires. take this piece right here and you fit them into here. They have these little metal pieces that the wires go into, and you want to make sure that it gets low enough in there so anyways, you want to make sure that it gets low enough in there. Once it gets low enough in there, you're going to clamp it down with your wire thing. Which is right here. And you're going to clamp it using this piece up here, which is a clamper. And it clamps. And it should, once you clamp it around here, the wires should not be able to pull away from here. And you're going to do it for the other side as well when you're trying to attach it to your two wires. And your red is going to go with red, and your other color is going to go with your other color. So once you do that, you detach you're going to see this in the frame, and you're going to see this part hooked up to the lever, if you want to call it that, the lifter. So you're going to disconnect this stuff, take it off, put your new one in there, and if it doesn't fit, don't be afraid to, because my own didn't fit, so what you have to do is you have to buy a sort of tool that will saw this piece right here so that it'll fit in the frame. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you see it, once you take it out. When it fits, you have to find the screws for it. If it doesn't exactly screw right in, you got to go to Home Depot or somewhere and find it to screw in. You're going to screw your pieces in there, and then make sure that this is touching the thing that you know is the motor has to use to move the window up and down. So once you do that, before even you do that, you can check by connecting your new motor. That's the first thing you want to try to do, is try to connect your new motor up to your auto and see if the motor even works in the first place. And after that, you want to put your elevator back in here, your window regulator or window elevator. And how you do that is, the very first piece that I put back in was in here and here, and you're going to see the little holes for it. It doesn't look like you'll see the holes for it, but when you're holding it here, you're going to use your other hand and screw them in here, and you'll see the holes for it, actually. The only part that you have to remember is this part, how this part connects back in there, which is going to be like a little metal piece that seems kind of flimsy. So how I remember is that right in here there's a little metal part that shows once you screw it, once you try to unscrew it the first time. There's a little metal piece right there. So I look for that metal piece. So anyways, I'm sure you'll figure it out, but it's very simple to figure out once you get these four back in there. The last thing you have to do is this piece right here, this bar. And once you do that, you screw this in, which you should be able to do. Then after that, you take your window motor and reconnect it to your mounts. There's one mount there, and that's the second mount there, and that should be it. So you might have to roll the frame up or down to get the parts that you need to turn it to screw the stuff back in, or connect the stuff back in with the bolts or screws. And after that, it should work. That's how you connect your Toyota previa power window motor. It's actually very simple. You just have to try it and get it done.